Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Cold Hard Truth podcast, bringing you the cold hard truth on everything football. Now, my name is Anish Gupta, and today I'm going to be breaking down Trey Lance's rookie debut against the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, I know a lot of Niner fans are going to be mad at me. This is a quick disclaimer in advance because I'm going to nitpick a lot of what he did. But with this said in mind, I think a lot of people watching this video can relate it to their own quarterbacks because a lot of the throws that he made are mistakes that all quarterbacks do. So without further ado, let's get right into it. If videos like these interest you, please consider liking and subscribing down below. It only takes a couple seconds of your time and we would really appreciate it. And while you're down there, hit the post notification bell so you won't miss out on football content like this. So without further ado, let's go right into it. So this is the video that the NFL just released of every play that Trey Lance threw the ball. We're not going to look at every play, but just a few that caught my eye. And this is one of the first ones. I believe it's a second throw of the day. It's a 3rd and 8, and we can just watch this play unfold. I put it in slow motion just to show it. So Trey Lance takes a normal drop back. He's kind of moving around in the pocket, but as you can see, if you look back, right, the crossing route right here, it's wide open, and this is one of the easiest checkdowns in the book. I think you should release it before he takes that extra step back. This is a play where all the receivers, as you can see, are running forward to create space on this left side. It's a standard play that is seen with the Colts. They ran it with Michael Pittman last year. The Chargers used to do it with Tyrell Williams. They'd have Keenan Allen and then other receivers kind of go forward just so they could draw space. But over here, yeah, it's just not a good play in my opinion. Trey Lance kind of gets a little bit distraught, and that allows for, a star pass rusher in Chris Jones to get a sack. Now, this next play is the one we all saw. Obviously, it was the 80-yard touchdown, but I'll kind of break it down. It was a standard bootleg. I see it a lot with the Browns. Obviously, play action, he rolls left. And I think one thing that was really good about this is that he set his feet. He really set it, and he was ready to throw it. He saw it open, and it was just a perfectly thrown ball. I mean, you could see the velocity on it. It was a slight wobble, but I thought it was a good catchable ball that resulted in, the receiver catching it in stride, and it was a simple 80-yard touchdown. So great play in my book. Obviously, this is the one that people are going to look at for Trey Lance. So yeah, solid play all around. So this next play here, it's a 2nd and 7, and if we can watch it unfold, obviously Gallman is in motion here, and as he hikes the ball, Gallman's going to make a quick break. Now the receivers again are kind of leading forward so that Gallman can catch it in the middle, make space. It's kind of like this drag route, and Trey Lance should have thrown it right, honestly, a second earlier, because if you look at it again, watch the play. The two receivers kind of push out, it's 2 tight ends. They're kind of moving forward. This is when he should throw the ball. This is a touchdown right here, but he kind of waits and it's a sack. Now, if you actually look back at it right here, since Trey Lance is looking left the entire time, Richie James on the other side, you can notice it. He makes his break. That is honestly a 5 to 7 yard completion if he throws it low. But since Trey Lance only looked to the left side, he got sacked. It was one of the many sacks he took this game, and one of the plays I really did not like. Here's another play. It's a play action. It's kind of this ISO I-form concept, play action, simple throw. He did a really good job here. Obviously, there was a trip up on the defense, but I thought it was a good play nonetheless. It was a big gain, but the main thing was he could run play action off an ISO formation where you think it's a run, but you kind of catch the defense a little bit off guard. And if we could see it again, just great poise. Obviously, he notices he's kind of fixated on number 89, but it was a good throw nonetheless. Now, this is another play as you watch it in motion. This one was really important to me because I think this is something that he's going to be doing a lot of. Now, as you can see right here, he rolled to the left, but he kind of stopped his feet. And as you watch the play further develop, he's going to kind of step up in the pocket. He's kind of fixated again on Craycraft. And it's obviously a drop by River Craycraft, but I think if we can go back here, right, watch the play unfold. Craycraft is kind of going left. If I'm Trey, I continue rolling to my left because you have the speed. You're going to outrun number 51. Now, if I'm going left, I can see that Craycraft is in my vicinity. I'm kind of fixated on him, which is fine in that play. The DB, while see how he's fixated on Craycraft, he'll actually look at Trey Lance. And I think that gives Trey enough time to kind of keep rolling to the left and then motion Craycraft forward up the seam down the sideline for honestly a 15 to 20 yard gain. We've seen Patrick Mahomes do this all the time, especially with Travis Kelce and Demarcus Robinson. Those are two guys that I've noticed he does it a lot with. But again, it's something that he'll learn over time. And obviously, if we watch the play develop, It's just kind of a wobbler, not a good throw, nothing that, is going to be an eye stopper, and it's not really a play that you would want to run, especially on 2nd and 9. Now, this play was actually his best throw of the day, and I'm including that 80-yard touchdown. Now, we're going to rewatch it here. As he's dropping back, it's a simple 3-step drop. He throws it perfectly. This is a perfectly thrown ball, and Richie James drops it. We're going to watch the replay here, but if you watch, it's a good 3-step drop. He sees it again, fixated, but it was a perfect throw, perfect spiral. And this is supposed to be a toe drag, first down play. Richie gets enough separation. Honestly, didn't get as much as you would have liked, but the throw was so perfect that you're going to catch it, toe drag, and you're going to get out of bounds. But obviously Richie dropped it, but that was his best throw of the day, in my opinion. Now, here's another play. If you watch it really quickly, this was just an off drop back. You can see it. It's a little bit harder to see in slow motion, but I think his feet just weren't set at all in this play. And I think that's why he kind of sailed it. If you want to rewatch it again right here. Again, just a bad drop. He's fixated again left. He's looking too much to one side, and I think he tends to go left a lot, which is why when he's turning right, the receiver, he doesn't have enough time to really fixate on a potential read and throw it. So progressing reads is something that he needs to work on. Now, this play, as I'm watching it, I'm kind of doing this live, but I kind of watched it right before I said this. This is the worst read of the day. As you can see, it almost gets intercepted. It should have been intercepted. But if we can rewatch that, Trey is coming back. It's a good drop. He's in the shotgun. He's again fixated to the right. And as he throws this, you are supposed to hit the crosser coming in. I think Craycraft should have been the receptor of this play, but he's trying to force it in there. And it's a decent ball. It's not really catchable because of the disguised coverage. It was a disguised cover too, as you could see, because the defender kind of drops back. He thinks he's playing the flat, but in reality, he's not. He moves forward. The linebacker switches up. A disguised coverage that he just could not read through. And that was his worst read of the day. Now, on this play, we're going to watch it unfold. This one was not his fault. Now, I know a lot of Niner fans were telling me, he had a lot of drops in the game. Receivers weren't getting separation, but this one, again, I will say it's not his fault. This was on the O-line. Also, another, group of Niner fans were telling me that, his O-line was selling him. So if you want to watch it again, number 92 Ward really just gets off the edge right away. And Trey really can't go left. He can't really set his feet here. It's just bad protection by the O-line, and Trey honestly has to give up. So this play was not his fault. This was the one that I say, 0% Trey's fault. I would, fully blame the O-line on this one. So this is the final play we're going to be looking at here. Trey Lance is kind of fixated. He's going to try and throw it outside, maybe step up in the pocket a little bit, which is what he was going to do, but he loses the football, and you cannot do that in today's NFL. This is reminiscent of Super Bowl 50 with Cam Newton. It's an easy swipe for the pass rusher. Trey Lance wasn't looking at the ball. Bad pocket presence here. Got to be more aware of the pass rush. I know it's a somber way to end it, but this is the final play we're going to be looking at. I think it just kind of recap of what he needs to work on. Just simple fundamentals in the pocket that will definitely improve over the next month. But I think all in all, it just goes to show that Trey right now is not ready to start. So that is my video breakdown on Trey Lance. I know this was a little bit rushed. Let me know what you guys think. It was tough to see some of these plays, and I know I'm nitpicking. A lot of you Niner fans are going to be mad at me. Don't roast me too hard in the comments. But a lot of the things I saw just, gave me a final verdict that he's not ready to start right now. I think Jimmy G is the guy. And I still think the Niners are going to make the playoffs. And Trey Lance has an immense amount of talent. Just watching that game too, the amount of times he could move around in the pocket, some of the throws he made were really good. But again, simple fundamentals that he needs to work on. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. I will respond to all of them. Interested to hear what you guys have to say. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Anish from The Cold Hard Truth, and we will see you next time.